So before graduation, what did you expect post grad was gonna be like?
Post grad. I got one thing I just gotta say. Just want to make some money. I couldn't
Fire.
wait, bro.
Fire,
Couldn't wait.
fire.
Yeah. I didn't care about anything else. I just want, yo, I could finally make some good money, and I'm all set, yo. I'm like, yo, this is it. I'm sick of being broke.
Done with school. Like,
Yep.
you don't gotta
Yep.
study. You don't gotta take tests. All those, all that.
Yeah.
I'm not.
Yeah.
I think not ever again. Hey, maybe there's some other thing that you want to do. You have to take an exam, but you don't have to spend another what 10, 15 years on education like you did earlier in your life.
And the best part is you're like, yo, I can buy anything I want to buy now. I'm like, yo, this is
OD.
the best part.
OD.
I can get a house, like whatever, like whatever you want. I can go all of these places. I can spend my own money. Like it's great. Life is
Yo.
good,
Yo,
right?
I'm not gonna lie. Right before graduation, like I was hella overwhelmed. I didn't even know what to expect.
Mm-hmm.
It's like it's not anything 6 months ahead of time. In 2 months, I don't even know how my life's gonna look like.
Because you started like school anyway. You ended school and then you were doing your own thing already at that time.
Yo,
Because you were kind of learning the grooves of things of like doing your own coaching business, right?
yo,
That was yeah. Yeah, you started pretty early. Yeah.
yo,
I think you took time and got ahead.
yo.
But yeah, how was that like for you? Like, how did it feel finishing school, but then kind of working full time at that point?
No, it was mad scary because it's like again, I didn't
Uh-huh.
know what to expect,
Uh-huh.
and as much as I didn't quote unquote like school, like it gave me structure.
Yeah,
They gave
it
me
was good. It was
It
good.
gave me something to do to focus on. I say to focus on, but like,
Yo, that's a fact. Yeah. You realistically like.
but you got deadlines.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
But
Mhm.
right when you finish school, like that first few months, I was confused. Like I didn't know. We went from everything being super structured from when we were a kid all the way to college. Now, no one here to tell you what to do. Like you here to figure this out on your own.
Yeah, it's like you go to work, you come back home, you're like, okay, now what?
That
You know?
it's not like you get a. It's not like you get syllabus week for adulthood.
Nah, you don't. You figuring out yourself. You're on your own, man. You're that's it. We're kicking you out of school, and you're here to serve your country and your community.
Yo,
And yeah, that's how life is. And honestly, it is overwhelming. Like, can you imagine, like, if you remember the time of you were in school, right? How much freedom you had, how much more free time you had, right? Remember those days of going to class and then you hang out with your friends and then you had a good life. You had a good ass social life.
holy,
Yeah,
holy.
yeah.
Now, my day in the life as a freshman or sophomore in
Oh
college,
yeah.
bro, we'll wake up at like 9 a.m.
Oh yeah, that was the dream. I remember we were dorming at the time too. We were actually roommates back in freshman year, and then we dormed for another 2 years, like junior and senior year. So I know exactly what you're talking about.
Woke up at 9,
Yep.
went to get breakfast,
Yep.
went to class from 10 to 11,
Oh yeah.
ate lunch, took a nap,
Oh,
went to the gym after, and we just did nothing for the rest of the day.
that was a day. That was a day. Yeah. And if you went to like schools and dorm, you know what we're talking about here, and you definitely here and there probably look back in the Snapchat memories like 5 years ago or 6 years ago today, this happened, or
Yo.
10 years ago this happened. You definitely look back and you're like, damn, this was a lit time back then.
Yo,
You know.
I think a huge realization I had after graduation was expectations. It's like
Yeah.
I felt like crazy pressure put on me. It's like, yo,
Oh.
you got to be making this amount of money right
Yep.
after graduation.
Yep.
Yo, you should be getting your life figured out by the time you're 25. Like, you got to be able to start building your future yo, I'm 25 and I'm still trying to figure this thing out.
Yo, me
Like,
too, man. Like the transition is what we're gonna be talking about here. It's like the how do you go from a college degenerate or like a college academia? Like if you're super intelligent, you probably like you're on top of your game, and then you're always career or goal oriented. Like even that, like transitioning into adulthood. How did that look like? Like what was that like? But yeah, please, yeah, tell us like what was that like for you, your transition into adulthood.
it's weird
Mhm.
because like more and more and more and more and more shit is put upon you.
Oh, that's a fact.
For example, once you graduate, you come back, you're like, fuck, I need to find a job,
Oh,
right?
that was
So you
hard.
go through that process of finding a job.
Yeah.
Okay, sweet. You're working now, but now that you have that 9 to 5 or whatever that work schedule looks like, it's like, oh shoot, like I don't have the time to do my hobbies no more.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Whether that is working out, whether that's hanging out with friends, whether that is playing games, playing sports, or just going out and doing things on your own. And then you get hit with even more problems. Like, yo, your parents are asking you, yo, like, you should start looking for your future your future
The
partner.
questions started coming. Your families, your aunts,
Does.
uncles, your grandparents, all
Does.
that.
And you're
Yeah.
kind of at that weird spot where it's like, yo, I'm an adult now. You don't really want your parents constantly worrying about you, but at the same time, it's like, damn, like, I don't got the results to back it up. So it's like I can't argue back at them.
It
Like,
sits in the back of your head. That's like you got a girlfriend, you got a girlfriend yet?
oh,
And,
dude.
and the family pressure sits on you every time that you go to your family events. It's like, oh man, I gotta get my shit together. Like, wow, this is
You.
I'm hitting my late 20s. I gotta start, get a family. Or if you
Yeah.
do have a significant other, you're already thinking about the next step. Like
Yeah.
you're already thinking about like, oh my god, I have to do this. I have to prepare for this, and then so on and so forth. There's
Yeah.
always something to prepare, and that is the adulthood that
And then-
definitely hits.
And then you open up Instagram, and then you see your classmate from like high school, like starting their own business, like traveling around the world.
Oh,
like,
yeah, big time.
Starting a family. You're like,
oh yeah.
what am I doing? Like,
Yeah. Oh yeah. There are. You know how many times I looked at some of our friends like, wow, they have kids already, or they're married, and you're like, damn. I was like, wow. And then you're like, okay, here we are. We're heading in that direction now. And it starts to make you. It daunts on you like the life that you're heading towards, like the stages in your life. Like you're not in school anymore. Like you're not doing that anymore. You're not 21 anymore, man. You're how old? Yeah, so
yo, for you, how was that like? Cause for you were like, yo, I'm excited to start working. I'm excited to start making money. But how was that transition, right out of college?
I'm not lying to you. I tend to put a little bit more pressure on myself. Like it's just I just I just think too far ahead, and sometimes I get overwhelmed myself. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie to you guys. So I'm hella lucky to say that I met my significant other in college. So for me, I was really thinking about, oh, what is the next step looking like? And for me, that's my transition, and that was my like how do I get to that next level, or how do I get to that next step in life? So that's my transition, and like I said before, into adulthood, and it is a lot of pressure because I have to think about how do I provide, and how do I become like I said, the provider, the bread maker, and it definitely is challenging, and I'm still working on those things, and it's not an easy step to take,
Yo,
and yeah, it's
Yeah.
it's hard.
I think a huge realization I had, like, as I gone through that transition phase,
Mm-hmm.
was that, yo, you gotta figure out like, what are your basic needs?
Yeah.
Like, what is it that you have to get done on a day-to-day basis? Because
Oh,
it's
yeah.
so easy to get caught up with these expectations, these goals, like making sure that, yo, I'm making moves in my life.
Oh yeah.
But then we forget about what are the basic needs that we need on a day-to-day basis.
Yeah, exactly.
Because at the end of the day, we're all human beings. That's like when we take all the materialistic things, accomplishments, we're just human beings. We gotta eat.
Oh yeah, you gotta eat.
You gotta sleep.
You gotta take that good hours sleep. Yeah, 8
Like
hours
I mean,
sleep.
there's some people that can survive off like 3 hours of sleep.
Nah, I
But,
don't know how
like,
to do. I don't know how to do that.
I don't know about you. I need my at least 6 to 7 hours of beauty sleep.
Beauty sleep, not just rocky sleep like you toss and turn, but I'm talking about like
Deadass.
good sleep. Yes,
Deadass.
very good, very nice, deep dream like you're running away from zombies kind of sleep, like that kind of sleep.
Yeah,
you,
like,
know?
you need to eat. You need to sleep. You need to take care of your bills. Like
forget about
you gotta take care of your family.
it. Oh yeah.
I bring this up because like that transition phase, I was so overwhelmed that all of those things lacked.
That's me, yo. That's me too. Yeah.
Like there are times where I can't sleep because I'm just stressing. Like, yo, what's
Oh.
gonna happen? Like, how am I gonna figure this out?
Yep.
Or like food too. Sometimes I get so caught up on working that I forget to eat.
Oh man, I don't know about you guys, but those of you that work remote, how many times that you're glued to a computer screen for X amount of hours because you just gotta get this project done.
Yeah.
And I gotta tell you, I have a lot of patients or a lot of clients that I work with, and at the clinic that I work in, that just end up glued to a chair for X amount of hours because you just
Yeah.
can't they just can't let it sit and they just gotta get it done because the deadline is right there and they
Yeah.
have to finish the job.
Yo,
And it's very tough, Yeah,
Yeah.
it's very tough.
you went from, yo, I need to get good grades. I need to make my parents proud. To, yo, like, you got responsibilities now.
Yeah.
Like you're on your own with this. Like
yeah.
your mom, your dad, your family, your loved ones can support you, but
Mhm.
you got to do the thing yourself.
Yeah. What do you call it? The non-negotiables.
Not non-negotiables, bro.
You can't negotiate your way out of the dinner. I mean, you can do takeout, but like that's up to you. But you still gotta eat. The
Holy-
basic needs of a human life. It's so important and so underlooked that we take them for granted early on.
Yo.
Remember back in the days when we used to be in school, right? And food is what 2 steps away. Like
Yeah.
you go to like what do you call it? Student unions. I don't know how many schools around the entire
I
country.
think it's a big thing.
It is a big thing.
Other schools do have student unions too.
Bro, why do they call it student unions? Like, think about it. The
Yo.
two words you put it together, it's
Yo.
literally is like a place where you socialize.
Yo.
So you go to your student union, you get your food from your meal swipes, and then that you pay for with the tuition, that overcharges you, and then you're good to go.
Yo.
And you're literally paying for the convenience at a university or at a college.
Yo.
If you think about it. Yeah, and then you can just go hang out and do your thing after that.
Yo.
You don't even have to worry about nothing.
Yo.
But then on the other hand, you ain't got no student union in your kitchen. You ain't got no student union in your living room. Like
Oh,
you
yeah.
got your own dinner to cook, yo.
Oh, D.
Yeah. What pasta you gonna make tonight? What are you gonna put in your chicken tonight? Like you gonna do teriyaki chicken, chicken palm? Like what you got tonight? Soy sauce chicken?
No.
So
This is when I actually understand why our parents made the same couple of dishes all the time.
I agree.
Who got time to find a new recipe every single day?
I mean, okay. Some people do have hobbies for that, but I'll give them.
Yeah.
I'll give them 100% credit.
Yeah.
You know.
Yo.
Yeah. Not all the time though, but you get interested in making food. But anyways, yeah, like you said.
Yeah, like I mean, yeah. Some people have like the it's a hobby, so like cook new things.
Yeah, yeah.
But yo, I don't got enough capacity up in here to make all these decisions every single day. It's like,
Exactly.
what are these staple meals that keeps me healthy, makes me feel good,
Yep.
that gets the job done,
Yep.
that ain't making me break the bank to eat.
Oh
Like,
yeah. You know how much you spend on DoorDash? Forget about it. Oh my gosh,
That's
the
insane.
fees that you pay is like double the food that you actually.
That's
Well,
insane.
it's actually the same
That's
amount that the food that you're paying for.
It's insane.
Bro, you get like a $20 meal. You spend 50 beans with all the fees. Can you imagine?
Yeah, I don't know if you can relate with this,
Uh-huh.
but the amount of times that I've been on DoorDash or Uber Eats, like the actual app, and I'm trying to decide what to get, like there are countless of times where I spend like 30 plus minutes on the app deciding what to get. And after seeing the price, I'm just like, yeah, fuck that. I'm not doing that, bro.
Hey, listen, like, honestly, man, like it's so easy to do it too. It's
Yeah.
like, imagine think about it like this too. Like before DoorDash, you have to physically walk around and find a restaurant or find a food place that you want to eat in. But now you can just scroll on your phone, and it's so easy.
Yeah.
But yeah, it doesn't shy us from the idea that there are sets of non-negotiables that we have to, do. Like, So that goes for chores too.
So for you,
Yeah.
what would be like some non-negotiables that you gotta get done?
I gotta get done.
Like outside of work, like
Uh-huh.
outside of those things, like on a daily or weekly basis, like what are some things that you need to make sure that you get done, so this way you can continue going
Oh yeah,
at this type of output.
Oh yeah, the chores, right? You have to do your chores, basic chores like cleaning and like doing all of these different things to kind of keep your environment tidy. You gotta do laundry. You always have to do laundry. And let's see what else. Basic necessities like shower, like
Oh,
food. Let's see. You gotta think about what are you gonna how you gonna stay fit. You gotta your exercises.
Yo,
Yeah, I mean, there's so many things like like basic things such as taking out the trash. Those things are overlooked, but you gotta remember to take out the trash. If you have a if you have a house, you have to like make sure you take the trash out on a certain day because the garbage man ain't gonna come and they're not gonna take your trash for you out of your yard.
we learned the hard way in college, yo.
Oh yeah, those
I
are
don't
the
think
skills.
I don't think we throw trash in like 6 months.
Yo, that is so funny. You gotta take the trash. The garbage ain't gonna come in your lawn and be like, yeah, let me get the trash for you. Whatever he sees, he's gonna throw. He's gonna keep it going. Yeah.
Deadass.
If you don't throw out your trash, you ain't got a trash can to put trash anymore after after it gets full. So you better take that thing out. Yeah. So overlooked, but very important. Like you don't realize these things when you're young. Yeah.
The thing, I love that you bring that up about the non-negotiables because here's the thing: when you're busy,
Uh-huh.
like the last thing you want to do is do the daily non-negotiables. Let's say you just got off work and it's like 8 p.m. You just got home, you're so tired, you still gotta shower, you still gotta take care of things. You're like, fuck, I still gotta cook.
Oh yeah.
I still gotta do all these different things. Like, am I even gonna get my beauty 6 or 7 hours?
So that's what I'm saying. Like for me, I get home at like 9, like sometimes 9:30 because I work the later shifts in my clinic and I get home very late, and like by the time I shower, I eat, I only have like an hour to an hour and a half max to myself, and that is a reality of things sometimes that I'm just.
But here's the kicker though.
Yeah.
As much as you don't want to do those daily non-negotiables, it's like after a long day of work, like fuck, I don't want to shower. Like I don't want to. Like I want to feel clean, but like the thought of having to do all these different tasks, like I don't want to do nothing.
Yeah.
But the kicker is if you don't do them, you're even more behind.
You're more behind, and it's easy to be behind because all you have to do is be like, nah, I'll do it another day. I'll do it later.
Yeah, like you're even more behind.
Yeah,
you
exactly.
You don't cook your food for lunch tomorrow.
Yep.
And then you're back to the habits of ordering,
Yep.
not eating clean. If you don't shower,
Yep. Oh, I
I
mean,
don't know about you. I'm
that's
not here to
mad
judge.
grimy, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. That's grimy, bro. You
OD.
gotta shower, bro. You gotta
OD.
shower.
OD.
After work, you don't shower after work. That's crazy.
OD.
I mean, I'm not. Hey, listen, not hating here. You do what you gotta do. You gotta sleep. But
So speaking of showering, are you more of a morning shower type of person or a night time before you go to bed type
Oh,
of shower?
I'm definitely like a night shower.
Same.
I'm definitely 100%.
Same.
I get you morning people shower though. I fuse you though. Like
I don't
definitely understand.
I don't
that.
fuse you.
Oh, why not? What's
I
the?
don't fuse you. I don't fuse
Oh
you.
my god.
No,
Yeah.
fine. You feel fresh. I'll give you that.
Right. Yeah.
Fine.
You fresh.
I'll
you're fresh.
word this
Yeah.
better. I don't feel the people that shower just to have to go back out to sweating again.
But you gotta understand, some people sweat at night though. They sweat in their sleep.
True.
Because
True.
if they wake up, they sweat all night. They can't go through the day feeling grimy. I don't know. Like I don't know where I learned this or when I hear this, but some people like sweat so much it feels like they just had a workout waking up.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah. Some people actually sweat like a decent amount of their sleep.
Fine. Let's say it's a hot summer day, right?
Right,
You
right.
worked out in the morning. You just got home. You sweaty, but you gotta head right back out, and you're about to be soaked again.
Yeah, I mean it is what it is. Hey man, it's the summer. You shower 3 times a day if you have to.
That's crazy.
Do 2 times, yeah.
That's crazy.
I'll be showering 2 times a day sometimes, yeah.
That's
For when
crazy.
it's like really hot.
Yo.
Yeah, but anyways, yeah, the main what we're trying to say is like balance, right? That is the key thing in our responsibilities in the transition, and this is what we realize. It's like how do you balance like all of these different things at the same time, right? It's so overwhelming. Like what? I have to do all these things. Like damn, bro. Like
I didn't sign up for this.
No,
Like
me
I
too.
thought when I graduated college, I'll be living my best life. I
Yeah.
can go wherever I want, do whatever
Exactly.
I want, not to stress about nothing.
Nope.
Yo, like, there's even more to this.
Yo, and not to mention like a lot of people these days, excuse me, they have to live at home now. Myself included, because rent is so expensive.
Yo,
You can't afford to live in this economy.
in
Not
New
a
York
lot
City,
of people.
forget it.
Yeah.
Yo.
I mean, there are people that make decent amount of money, and then you're able to live on your own. But kudos to you guys, like that make it out of there and do things on your own. But for some of us, we actually have to like stay at home for a little bit and make some money before we actually start to venture out on our own. And it's definitely challenging. So all we have to say is balance is so important. Like you have to have that balance in life. Yeah.
If you can go back in time
Mm-hmm.
with the knowledge and experience you have now, what is one piece of advice you'll give Dafu when he first graduated?
Damn, that is you coming. Oh wow, that is a tough one. That is a tough one. Do you have something though? I would have to come back to that. I have to think about that for a sec. Like that is a good ass question. But what would you say to your younger self if you have one? A piece of advice.
Just take messy action.
Messy action.
Because I'm not gonna lie, I'd be overthinking some things. I'm like, how do I do this? How do I do that? What if this happens? What if that happens? But most of the time, you end up learning as you go.
Yeah.
Like you end up learning. Like for example, like I didn't know how to cook. I didn't know how to do all these things.
Okay.
Like, but when you gotta do it,
Yeah.
like, you figure it out as you go.
Yo, it's so true. Like you just gotta do it. And honestly, go back to that thought is that what I realized that from you saying all that is, if I would have said that to my younger self,
You know.
I would say, take it one step at a time or do
Oh, yeah.
things one thing at a time.
Yo.
And I've noticed that when I was younger, I would try to take on too many things and
Yeah,
just
yeah.
kind of threw me over the water.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
I just want that
Not only that, but you want to be
Yeah.
perfect at it too. Like you want to get it done right too.
yeah.
But here's the thing: the reality is, it ain't gonna be perfect the
Nope.
first time you do it. Like the
Nope.
first time I cooked, I didn't even know how it was edible.
Man,
You know what I mean?
yo, remember that grimy place that we came a long way. I used to live in this. So long story short, we were both in a fraternity back in college, and you can see where we're going already. And we lived in a social house. That's how I'm gonna put it. And it was grimy. It was dirty because no one was cleaning nothing. And from that,
When you live in a house
Yeah.
of 19-year-olds, like you can already imagine where this is going. Like,
and you learn a lot by just living in those situations. Honestly, probably that is the reason why we didn't have COVID, to be honest.
you're not wrong.
Yeah, I don't know what virus lived in there, but we had it all probably at this point.
Knock on wood. I don't know if this is
Yep.
wood, but knock on
Yep,
wood.
knock on wood. Yep. I mean, hey, listen, you do what you gotta do, but you made it work. We made it work, actually. Yeah.
Yo.
So, but again, all we're trying to say is balance, and the main message we're trying to get across is that you're not alone in this. Everyone, every single one of us that are, either been through this or are transitioning into this phase in our life are going through this together.
Yeah.
That is the one thing I want to say is
Yo.
yeah.
And the best part is, it gets better as you go.
Absolutely.
It gets better as you go. You learn more about yourself. You now understand why your parents told you to do something a certain way,
Yo,
even
for
though
real.
you didn't want to listen.
We ain't listening, yo. Yep. Knuckleheads. Yeah.
But you're like, nah, I'm an adult. I got this. You don't gotta worry about it.
And then when you actually do it, like, oh wow.
They're like, see,
yeah. Especially Asian parents too. Like those of you that have Asian parents, you
Oh,
definitely know what I'm talking about.
now you get in a lecture.
Oh yeah, but for the better because they try to help you out.
They don't want you making the dumbest mistakes they made.
Yeah, they're showing you the right path, but then how rebellious kids are. Like
They feel it
you
out.
just keep doing it, and from there, honestly, you learn. But hey, what we're trying to say at the end of the day is we're all in this together, and we're not alone.
Yo,
Yeah, we're not alone.
and let's take this one step at a time.
Yeah.
As long as you do just that, it's not even a if. Like
Yeah.
you're gonna get to where you want to go. No matter
Exactly.
what.
So let's wrap this up. I just want to say one more thing, and that is, transitioning out of the life that you were in before, moving into the future and into the new years. What is one piece of advice that you would give yourself 5 to 10 years ago?